Okay, so you get out in 2007. And at that point, you're completely done with the drug game.
Yes.
Was it tempting?
Absolutely. Absolutely. I mean, so this is the God honest truth. When I got out, God is my witness. A guy came to me talking about he got 300 on the way.
300 kilos.
Yes.
Okay.
I laughed at him because to me that wasn't enough. Not knowing that the trajectory of the game had changed immensely. You know, like when I went to jail, you know, keys was 15,000, whatever. And now they was like 30, 35,000. And it, you know, you had a bunch of guys that was 50 key guys, 100 key guys. You know, you had a bunch of that all those days is going up and dry. So I laughed. And then when I seen how serious it was, I'm like, whoa, man, that was a blessing. But that guy, he ended up disappearing, man. So that's crazy. I mean, I wasn't home a week and he showed up. But even when I was locked up, the cartel, they came to see me. You know, they had their ways of coming to see me just to make sure I was doing the right thing. And they saw that I was doing the right thing. So, you know, they understood that I'm stand up, man. That's the only way. Nobody wants to do 42 years. Nobody want to do life. Nobody want to do 10 years. But if you're playing the game, you gotta be a man and stuff will come with the game.
Well, you ended up writing a book about your experiences.
Yes, I did.
And what's unique about the book is you're actually selling the book for $1,000.
Yes, $1,000 American money.
Right. And how many have you sold so far?
I have sold, as of today, 201 books, and I haven't even released the book yet. I'm going to do an official release April 15th. That's going to be my official release date. So I've pre-sold 201 books, and I'm pretty sure before April 15th come around, I'll be done sold some more. So my ultimate goal is to sell 1,000 books at $1,000. 1,000 times 1,000 equal $1 million, right, which make me a legitimate millionaire. Proven to the world. Proven to myself first, but proven to the world that the hustle is transferable. And that's what it is. I'm going to do it. I can't be stopped. Being on this show is going to help me because the real guy is going to kick in and see the realness, peep the authenticity, peep my pedigree, and going to want to support a real guy doing something real. And then once you get a real guy in play, then we can reach for our own. You know, you get with the likes of your kind. Because when a sucker on the scene, a player don't stand a chance.
Mm. And the book is actually on your shirt right now.
There it is.
It's a dirty game.
It's
Memoirs
a dirty
of
game.
A Hustler.
Memoirs of a Hustler, man.
KP Presley.
Man, get at me. KP the Man 1000 IG, kptheman.com, where you could buy the book or DM me. That's what's happening. Man, I appreciate the plug, man.
Absolutely. Well, listen, KP, I appreciate you coming in and telling your story. A lot of people in your position, I think, would have just cooperated and walked away and went to go live somewhere out of the way and maybe changed their identity, go into the witness protection.
I couldn't do it, man. Listen, I could not do it. It's not in me. And for those who do, that's on you. I'm not here to down anybody that choose that path. I'm here to represent the real dudes, man. The real stand-up cats. If you ain't never seen a stand-up dude before, you're looking at him right here on this television show. On this podcast. You're looking at a real dude. So I read the contract before I signed it, and I'm glad I stood. And for those who folded, that's on them. They got to live with themselves.
Well, right now there's a kid in Chicago, a teenager, that's going to be watching this and saying, well, I'm going to be the next KP, but I'm not going to make all the mistakes he made, and I'm never going to go to prison, and I'm going to be a billionaire off this shit. What would you tell that kid?
I would tell him that the drug game is designed for you to lose. It's fixed. It's fixed from the standpoint that you have to buy the drugs from somebody and you have to sell it to someone. So that means it's 2 against 1 already. We ain't got to the part where this person selling it to that person, that person, that person. So it's designed for you to lose. And in this day and age, you know, they tell before they stand. The telling team is bigger than the hustle team. Remember that. The telling team is bigger than the hustle team. So get in, get out, and move around, man. I'm showing that you can become a millionaire selling books. Find you a niche and hit it.
Well, yeah. And on top of that, and I've always looked at this myself, is that when it comes to illegal activity, the more effort you put into it and the bigger it becomes, it just means there's a bigger penalty at the end of it. So you're hustling towards your demise. So isn't it just better to hustle in a legal profession where the bigger you get, you could actually stay there and continue to grow, as opposed to, have a huge crash at the end? Because most guys I've interviewed, it's usually the same story. I balled out for 5 years and got 15 years. I balled out for 4 years and got 20 years. It's always a ratio. For every year you're living the life and got the girls and the cars and the money, there's usually 3, 4, 5 years in prison that you pay for all that balling, which to me is just not worth it.
I would agree with you from the standpoint of where you're looking at it from. But when you have no other option, that you think you have no other options, then that's something that the risk is worth the reward. And you're right. The story is the same. That's why I didn't write the book 20 years ago, because everybody wanted the story because they knew I made millions of dollars and dated celebrities and rode private jets and all that stuff. But I'm sitting in jail with 42 years. The story was a losing story. So now that I have 25 years later, I have a winning story. That's why I'm coming out from behind the walls and letting everybody know, yeah, I was a kingpin, but look at me now. I am I throw international boxing matches all over the world, bigger than life entertainment. And I make money off of that. I make money selling books. And these are just showing that the hustle is transferable, man, because anytime you're just negotiating with people, a lot of people don't have the confidence that I have in their ability. They just feel like they stuck in that world. So I agree with you that it's not worth it, because you're going to go to jail, you're going to get killed. And I was one of the smartest ones and one of the most successful ones, and it happened to me. I never got caught on my own, but somebody threw me under the bus. And that's why I said the fight is fixed.
That's what it is. KP, appreciate you coming in. Looking forward to reading your book.
Man, look here, man. I want you to do something real famous, man. I want you to purchase this book for me, man, because I promise you, on everything I stand for, man, that it would enlighten you.
All right. That's what it is then.
That's what it is.
Till next time.
Man, my man.
Peace.